Hey guys, did you hear? DSPGaming made $2,000 during his birthday marathon stream. That would actually be a pretty big monumental celebration if it wasn't for the fact that the money was already gone. Well, another birthday is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Phil had his 44th birthday. That's right, 44 years to the day Linda Burnell decided to shit Phil out and curse the entire planet. Congratulations, Linda. You're a fucking failure of a mother. Anyway, Phil had his birthday and it was the happiest day of his life. He had pizza, he had a sandwich, he had a bunch of yes men just giving him a circle jerk all day. In fact, one of the biggest idiots on the internet, Asmongold, who got himself kicked off of Twitch, probably just temporarily, he got himself kicked off of Twitch just because he attended DSP's birthday party. Way to go, Asmongold, you fucktard. Anyway, let's get to the video and have some laughs. Okay, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was my birthday marathon celebration for my 44th birthday.
Congratulations, everybody. The pig roach, he made it to 44 years old. Let's give him a hand of, big round of applause. Yeah. You made it to 44 years. The sad thing is, for nearly half of that time, he's been begging for money. That's basically what it is. For half of his life, he's been begging for money. This isn't much of a flex, Phil.
Today, April 6th, 2026. If you're wondering why the background doesn't match what was going on all day on stream, it's because I started setting up for tomorrow and I realized, oh crap, I didn't record the Daily Wrap yet. So, how did the birthday marathon go? Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, he has his arms crossed. It's a power pose. You know, we all know how it went. He got a lot of money. So, but let's hear how he puts it.
In perspective of everything. In perspective of, how stuff usually goes for me. In perspective of recent marathons. In perspective of everything, like all things considered, right?
In regards to previous marathons, in regards to everything. Okay, Phil.
Arguably today was one of, if not the best marathons I have ever held in my 18 years as a creator on YouTube.
Exactly how many of those donations, the tips, whatever you want to call it, how many of them were actually anonymous? I didn't watch the whole shit show. I didn't watch all of it. I saw the beginning where he was basically doing the same shit he always does. He had the pre-show. I saw the end, and then I tuned out. Like it's literally a marathon of a guy self-congratulating himself. That's all it is. That's basically what it is every stream that this guy does. Nothing new, nothing different. Did Phil do a giveaway? Fuck no. This is DSPGaming. He's too good to give away a product. No, he expects you to give him your money.
That's not even an exaggeration. Like today, I couldn't even tell you a negative thing that really happened.
I couldn't tell you. Okay, so it must have gone really good then.
Let's explain, right? So we started off today chilling, right? Having a good time.
It's the same shit, different day.
Talking. And we spent about an hour together just hanging out, discussing anything that came up. A lot of people coming by to wish me a happy birthday. Of course, a lot of initial contributions coming in. Typically,
how sad is that? The main purpose that you want to have a birthday celebration is to get money. How fucking sad is that? You would think that somebody who is 44 years old would have grown out of that mentality. People stop thinking about getting $10 from their grandmother for their birthday when they're about 8, maybe 9 years old. This guy is 44 years old, and he's still of the mindset that everybody should give him money because his mother one day got knocked up and shit him out. Jeff, that's big graphic, don't you think? No, it's a fair assessment. It's a fair assessment. He expects me giving money because one day his dad didn't know when to pull out at the right time, and his dad decided to curse this entire planet. We are now expected to give him money because his father didn't know how to wrap his Johnson.
That always happens with a marathon. People will come by and within the first hour, hour and a half, come by, say happy birthday or whatever, drop a contribution, and that's it. Today's marathon was based around games that I wanted to play. So old school.
Isn't that the way it always is, Phil? Isn't that the way it always is? Games you want to play? How many games have people asked you to play and you will outright either shoot them down or you shit on the gamer or on the viewer and you basically attack them for what their request? Best example, Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade, Phil.
Fighters, like the big four, Super Turbo, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
So it's literally garbage nobody actually wants to see.
Capcom vs. SNK 2, and if those games didn't really pan out or we got bored, Super Mario World, my favorite platformer of all time, which was a great idea.
Okay, his favorite platformer of all time. 6 months from now, somebody should ask him, hey, Phil, what is your favorite platformer of all time? And see if he actually remembers saying Super Mario World.
Because me picking the games and being games that either I'm good at or I really like allowed me to basically have a great time playing them.
You play games for a fucking living. You play games for a living. You should be happy no matter what. You're playing. People normally are happy when they play games. What is this bullshit? Because I was happy because I could play. You should be you lazy piece of shit. You should be happy no matter what because of the fact you literally get to sit there for 8+ hours a day, sitting on your ass, playing games very poorly. And then not only that, but you also demand money. What is there to be sad about, Phil? You should be fucking happy as all get-go. But no, you're not because you don't like what you actually do. Here's a little fact for people who are too fucking stupid to realize it. Phil hates what he does. Phil hates what he does. If Phil had a chance, if he had a choice, he would give you all the middle finger, tell you all to go fuck off. But he can't because Phil ran his life into the goddamn ground. He ran his life into the goddamn ground. He made poor business choices, which he likes to blame on the detractors. And now he is at a point, he is literally doing the one thing he fucking hates. Because he's too lazy to go get a real job.
Were no duds. You know what I'm saying? And so everyone who liked me came by today. Of course, my trolls also came by, but the fact that there was so many people coming by who actually like me and my content, they
like me. Everybody likes me now. I'm a success, Craig. Everybody likes me. Phil, if you're literally having to tell people that everybody likes you and that people like you and they like your content, here's a little thing, Phil. It's not true. If you're having to brag about something, most likely it's not true. And regarding you, it is definitely not true.
Here to see, hey, will he like this random game? But instead, hey, Phil's playing the stuff he's good at, his forte. Let's see how he does. It worked, okay? First game, Super Turbo. We actually ended up playing Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Anniversary Edition on the Capcom Fighting Collection 1. We ended up playing 3 or 4 people, including, guess what? Guess who the first person was who I played today? Evil AJ.
Oh my God, that you can guarantee that must have pissed Phil off. Internally, he wanted to just go on a fucking rant. But he knows that it's his birthday. He has put the best best face forward. He wants to fucking just verbally attack and berate Evil AJ because Evil AJ did something that Phil can never do. Evil AJ made Phil's playthroughs actually enjoyable.
Guy who originated This Is How You Don't Play. Okay? And it was a good set. And I gave him props. He's a good player. We went back and forth with matches. It was actually...
This is where I kind of clicked out in the beginning, where it was just after, I think Phil said something along the lines of, I'm going to play him once and I'm not going to play him again or something like that. It's the same thing he does with Kemi players. Phil will play them once and then he backs out because he's too much of a fucking chicken shit to continuously get his shit pushed in. But that's when I quit out, was just after he played Evil AJ and he said, I'm not going to play him again. But hold on.
Fun because it actually wasn't that laggy. It was a little bit laggy, but it wasn't that.
It wasn't laggy. It was a little laggy. What the fuck is it, Phil?
Bad. Like, we've had much worse matches on other collections. It actually was pretty good, and we had a good time. Then I played 2 or 3 other people, and I showed my stuff. You know, I used a variety of characters, and I basically kind of dominated. And everyone had a great time with that. They were like, wow, Phil's showing how good he is at old school fighters, right? Then we played Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And again, it was hard to find opponents, but we found some. Pretty much everyone who I played was a Grandmaster or higher, while I was like a diamond. And I basically wiped the floor with them.
How sad is this? How sad is this? The guy who had to spend 8 hours sitting on 8+ hours, because it's a marathon, on his birthday, talking about how he whooped on people. Does this sound like somebody who's actually happy with himself? It's actually pretty sad that the only accomplishment you can get in life is basically beating up on people who play video games. Fucking sad, Phil. You're fucking sad.
Pretty much kicked ass, okay? We also played Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. And again, we couldn't really find anyone in that one who was high ranked, but everyone we played, I basically spanked them. So, no lie.
Here's the thing. Phil takes so much pride in this, but you know damn well that if somebody said the same thing about Phil, he would take offense to that. How dare you say that? I had to put in my time. I had to put my time to get this good. And you're saying that you spanked me? You should apologize to me. That's a fucking dishonor. He would do that if somebody actually said that to his face. But it's a rule for thee, not for me with Phil. I blame his slut of a mother for giving him that mentality.
3 fighters we played today, I shined. And if you want to see me play old school fighters and have a great time, people were like, I don't understand. You know, I wish you were like this with Street Fighter 6. And I'm like, I'm never going to be like this with Street Fighter 6 because
you're too fucking lazy to put in the time and dedication. The reason that he's good at those other games is because he's had 20+ years to play them. He played them when he was younger and everything. Street Fighter 6, it's a whole different beast because it actually requires time and dedication to the craft. Phil is all about the money. He doesn't fucking care. He doesn't fucking care at all. He hides behind the excuse that he is a variety streamer. I have seen people who will play the same fucking game series on Twitch and nothing else. I've seen people who will just play Metal Gear Solid, and they rotate through the whole fucking series. Everything from Metal Gear Solid, the first Metal Gear Solid, all the way up to whatever the latest one is. I think it's like Metal Gear Solid 4 for the PS3 or whatever. They will play just those games in rotation, and they make a nice living. This whole BS excuse that Phil likes to say that basically you can't make a living by playing one specific type of game is goddamn bullshit. If Phil wanted to, he could dedicate himself to playing Street Fighter 6. And if he's actually as good as he claims he was, he would not have a problem doing that. He would put in the time, he would put in the dedication for a few months, and then he would whoop everybody. Because according to Phil, he could pick up any controller he wants and play at a top tier.
These are games I grew up playing. These are games that I have thousands of hours in, right? So I have knowledge and fundamentals that the people who are trying to play them today probably don't have.
Or maybe it's that they're just casual players. People who are most likely just got off of work, that 4-letter word that fucking freaks you out. They probably just got off work and they're just wanting to have fun with the game that they love.
And I could just jump in literally half drunk. Like, I had a ton of drinks today, right?
Once again, this is not the flex you think it is, Phil. Phil claims that he's a recovering alcoholic, and he has no problem getting drunk. You're not a recovering alcoholic if you take pride in getting drunk playing a video game. While playing a video game, my bad. Getting drunk while playing a video game. You're not a recovering alcoholic, Phil. You are an actual alcoholic. You're also a groomer and most likely, possibly, allegedly, substance abuser.
3 or more cut waters. I had probably 4 shots of this guy.
Oh yeah, total recovering alcoholic. He has a can. I think that's a can of alcohol on the next to the mug behind him. He's holding that big ass jug of bottled jug, whatever you want to call it, of alcohol. Oh yeah, the guy's totally. He's straight edge, ladies and gentlemen.
I had, a ton of liquor, but I was still playing at a good level. People were like, "We can't believe you're playing that well when you're drinking." Well, yeah, because these are the games I have this innate knowledge of, and I have this like muscle memory, so I can still.
This is like the same kind of muscle memory that Chris Chan has when he plays Sonic the Hedgehog games. Fuck off, Phil.
Play them at a decent level, even when inebriated. People loved it, right? They really did.
Who loves it? Can you give a name, Phil? Who loves this? Instead of the voices in your head, who loves this? Can you point out somebody and show actual transcripts of them saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe Phil actually played this game this good when he's drunk"? Can you actually show the transcript of somebody saying that, Phil? No, I didn't think so.
They had a great time with that. Food. I ordered some pizza. I ordered a sandwich and a baked potato. So
keep in mind, this is the same guy who attacks Wings of Redemption, who attacks, I'm not sure if he attacked Boogie2988, but he attacks Review Tech for eating on stream, eating big, copious amounts of food. This is that guy. Pizza and a sandwich. Now, I'm not sure if he says in this, but I think he says something along the lines of, "Well, this is the only meal I had today." It's not a fucking excuse, Phil. It's not an excuse. You're a fucking pig.
I had a variety of food for dinner. There was no birthday cake. There was no need for it.
Oh, he was going to have a birthday cake. He openly even said that he was going to DoorDash a slice of birthday cake. How fucking sad is that? How sad is that? The guy has his own horse-faced demon of a wife who could have made him a cake. But apparently her cake is so fucking rotting, gross, disgusting, whatever you want to call it. Her cooking is so fucking bad, he would rather spend $30+ to DoorDash a slice of cake. Boy, I bet you his wife, the horse-faced demon, actually just feels pleased to know that he feels so highly about her baking skills.
Between me chilling and playing all of these games and drinking and having fun with the audience, there was no need for a birthday cake celebration or anything like that. Everyone really enjoyed, what we did.
Once again, if he had the time, he would have DoorDashed it. He said he was going to DoorDash it. He just forgot, basically. So this is him just trying to retcon the birthday cake.
Together, basically two interesting things happened. First of all, after playing Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, people got tired of fighting games and said, "Will you play Super Mario World?" Sure, why not? We played Super Mario World for about 2 hours. We got all the way through World 5. We're at World 6, so we're actually almost at the end of the game. So within an hour and a half, 2 hours, we almost beat the whole game. And people were like, "Wow, that was really chill. Would you continue it?" Sure. At some point, I don't.
As long as the money rolls in. Because everybody, remember, Phil's a real gamer. He'll play any game as long as the money rolls in.
Know when, but I love those games. You know what I mean? I would love to play Super Mario World again or any of these old throwback fighting games. The problem is finding comp, which isn't constant. I think tonight we had people coming out. They had heard DSPs playing old school fighters, and they purposefully jumped in and fought me. That's not going to happen every time I go to play them. Also, I don't want to play the same 2-3 people every single time that I play them. You see what I mean? So, it was fun. I don't know if it's viable for future streams, but it worked well. But in addition, here's another amazing thing that happened, right? People reminded Asmongold that I had invited him formally to my show.
I'm sorry about that. I just about had a mental breakdown there. The only person that attended the birthday special marathon was somebody that he had to beg to come. Phil literally had to beg somebody to come. He had to beg somebody to literally pop in. Phil has all these friends from the FGC. None of them could show up. What? I think his name is Ethan Ralph, that pedophile. What about him? Even a pedophile will not come to a groomer's birthday party. Sadly, Asmongold did, so that really tells you about what kind of a character he has. You know, if there's anybody I feel really bad for, do I feel bad for Phil? No. Do I feel bad for his dents? No. They're fucking dents. They deserve what they get at this point. Do I even feel bad for Asmongold? No, he's a dumb fuck. Asmongold's a dumb fuck. He know what he got last time, and he decided to come back again. I feel bad for Asmongold's viewers. Because I'm pretty sure Asmongold did the same fucking guilt tripping and, here, go see this guy, go see this guy. And the majority of those fucktards, they already knew what they're getting in store for. So they decided not to stick around. But I'm pretty sure that there was also a handful of viewers that does not know who Phil Burnell is. And they went over there based on what Asmongold said. They saw this, and they saw a 44-year-old begging for money, and they got the fuck out. I feel bad for Asmongold's viewers because he doesn't respect them. He doesn't respect them at all. If he respected them, he would have more respect for their time. He would have more respect for their time, and he would care more for his audience. He wouldn't want to put his audience in the path of a fucking con artist. But then again, that's what Asmongold is himself. He's a con artist at heart. He will say whatever he can to make the dollar.
Stream. He's like, oh crap, I forgot that was today. Let's go check out Phil. He goes to my kick stream and he watched me play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for like 3-4 minutes. Not a long time, but a little bit, right? He's like, wow, he's talking shit, he's kicking ass, this is great. Well, I'm going to go eat, and then I'll come back. And when I come back, if he's here, let's get him on. Let's actually do like a conversation. So he hosted my kick stream. When he hosted my kick stream, 4,000 viewers joined my kick stream. Okay? So that was amazing.
How many of that 4,000 actually stayed? I don't think it was that many.
They started dropping support like crazy. What a shocker, right? Like they always do that. They did that back when I did my interview with him. So because of that, I got a huge spike in attendance and support, and they were talking with me. We had a great time.
I'm wondering how DSP's legitimate fans feel about this. They don't get this type of glazing at all. They don't get this type of glazing, and they're there day in and day out, 350 plus days a year minus, or 365 minus the days off he takes or whatever. They take the verbal and the mental abuse and the screaming and all that. They do this on a daily basis. They don't get that kind of treatment, the positive treatment. Asmongold and his bunch of cucks, they come in and Phil glazes the literal hell out of them. I'm wondering how Phil's actual viewers feel about this. They can't get this sort of, positive, reinforcement. Yet, total strangers who spend most likely a couple minutes at the most watching Phil and then they get the fuck out of there. They're the ones that get all the positive reinforcement. I truly hope that DSP's dents, that they really start readjusting what's important to them in their lives.
They were enjoying me playing retro fighting games and everything. It was actually a really good boost. But here's what happened. Wait till you hear this. As Asmongold is eating offline, eating dinner, he gets suspended from Twitch.
As he should. As he should. He broke fucking TOS. Or TOS, what do you... He broke the rules. He knew he was breaking the rules. He can't play the, oh, I didn't know card. He knew what he was fucking doing. He just thought because he's Asmongold, he was above it. The only person that is apparently above the rules is Hassan Piker. The fact that Asmongold decided to do something that fucking stupid, hey, that's not your fault, that's not my fault. I don't really say it's DSP's fault, even though I will, I'll kind of low-key say it is. It's Asmongold's fault. It's his fucking fault. And I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. He knows what the rules are. He knows what the rules are.
I guess he had either talked about something politically or something, and he got suspended from Twitch. So he said, I'm not going to come back. I'm not going to stream tonight. So he ended up not coming back, and we couldn't get him on the stream. Doesn't really matter. Like, I would have...
It doesn't really matter. I already got the money. Those fucktards can go fuck themselves now.
Love to have a conversation with him for my birthday. It would have been nice. Like, just a few minutes, no big deal. But the fact that he hosted me again helped huge. I'm not kidding. People were dropping 10,000 kicks.
Like I said, this is all that fucking matters to the guy. It isn't about having a birthday and enjoying the audience and just talk, in camaraderie and having fun and just enjoying each other. No. It's this. It's what you can do for him. That's what this is. It wasn't a celebration for his birthday. It was just a prolonged way to beg. That's just basically what it was.
A contribution, and we're in competition with each other to be the top kicker of the stream. Insane.
It's not insane. It's fucking sad. Oh, I gave this guy 10 kicks. I gave him 50 kicks. You guys are muted. I gave him 500 kicks. How fucking sad is that? You aren't grateful. You can't talk about how great your audience is. Instead, you have to you brag about how your audience basically turns against each other to give you some money to get your attention. Man, that's fucking pathetic. Fucking sad. But then again, the byproduct of a union between Dave and Linda Burnell, I'm not really that fucking shocked.
So, wow. What a birthday stream. I got to play a ton of fighting games that I love, and I excelled and kicked ass at them. I got to play Super Mario World, my favorite platformer ever, and I got through 5 worlds within less than 2 hours. I had insane chill interactions with everyone and had a great time. We had good food, and people...
Keep in mind, he was shitting on the pizza, from what I understand. He was shitting on the pizza. He was claiming that there wasn't enough meatballs on the pizza or some shit like that.
Came over from Asmongold stream, gave me a view boost, gave me a support boost. It was one of the best marathons I've ever done.
Now, here's the catch, and I'm going to kind of talk about this at the end. He made over $2,000. Whenever it is he streams next time, it could be today, it could be tomorrow. I don't give a flying fuck when. But whenever he does, he's just going to beg again. He'll beg even harder because he'll be like, guys, on my previous stream, I made over $2,000. Why am I only getting $45 this stream? Why am I only getting $110 this stream? I got over $2,000 the previous stream. Why am I only getting this much? He is going to do that because that's all he's known for doing.
Hands down. If I could emulate that, if I could do that every time I do a marathon, that would be amazing. But the thing is, will people always...
Here comes the guilt. Here comes the guilt tripping. This is psychological manipulation 101. Well, I would just love to be able to do this every marathon. But guys, I just know I can't. He's literally putting it all on you. He's literally putting it all on you. This is psychological. This is like abusive psychological bullshit. This is what you could expect a boyfriend to do to their girlfriend. Or a girlfriend to their boyfriend. Yeah. That's all this fucking is.
Show up for me playing old school games that I love? Doubtful. Like for example, I love Zelda Link to the Past. I love old school RPGs.
You love old school RPGs, yet nobody comes out to see you play them because ultimately, at the heart of the issue, you're fucking trash.
I would like to play Metroid, Super Metroid on SNES. I think that would be awesome, right? I would like to play more old school fighters. Would people show up for another marathon of that? Or is this the one-off because it was my birthday?
It was the one-off because somehow Asmongold, in all his fucking ignorance, he decided to throw you a lifeline. If you did not have Asmongold come in, you may have not had even $1,000. And the only reason that he fucking came in is because you released that video a few days ago. Asmongold, please, Asmongold, come to my stream, please. You don't even have to stay that long. You don't just come to my stream, please, Asmongold. That's the only reason he fucking came. And like I said, it's fucking borderline abusive that he actually put his viewers through that.
It's probably the one-off because it's my birthday, right? We'll talk about this more. Let's talk about it tomorrow morning, all right?
Okay, so he's going to stream today, basically. So like I said, I will make you a bet. He won't exactly come out mask off and everything, but if the tips are not $150 at least, if that goal is not met, he is going to psychologically manipulate people and be like, guys, why was it this low?
It was an amazing event. I'm curious to see how things actually went because I actually haven't looked at like how this panned out for the Kick Partner program and everything because I had thousands of viewers for a while. So we'll see. But thank you to anyone who attended, anyone who engaged, anyone supported. The stream is archived and live both on Kick and on YouTube. You can watch it on either and you can enjoy. YouTube has the better visual quality at 1440p.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares?
I hope you'll watch it and you'll enjoy and give me feedback. What did you think? I think it was one of the best events I've ever done. I just hope to do better ones in the future. Okay? All right. So today...
I thought... Wait. Hold the fuck up. I thought you said your business has never been any better, that you're constantly smashing it, that you're constantly owning the trolls. I thought that you turned a corner. I thought you were all better, Phil. Now you're saying that you wish it could be better. What the fuck is it, Phil? Your business is either better or it's not. You can't say that your business is better, but then you go and say, I wish it could stay like this.
Hey, what a great birthday. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, he did prayer hands. You know he's very serious when he does the prayer hands.
Who hung out, engaged, and supported. Tomorrow, we got 3 more awesome days this week.
3 more awesome days, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 more awesome days. For fuck's sake. Every day is an awesome day with him. This guy must be the most awesomest streamer, content creator I've ever seen. The guy just reeks of positivity, doesn't he?
Week coming up, right? 3 more days. This isn't the end of the week by any means. Tomorrow we got a DSP morning show, and then after that chill show, it's going to be Pokemon Fire Red continuing, which I'm excited for. I've loved the Pokemon Fire Red run. And then tomorrow night on the late stream, it's more Retro Rewind. All right. And the store just opened up. It just got much bigger with much more area to check out and, use for the different genres of movies and the like, and more stuff's going to unlock. So I hope you'll come by, hang out, chill, engage, and support tomorrow.
And he doesn't fucking care if you show up, if you engage. He cares if you support. The minute you give him whatever you give him, he could fucking care less if you left the stream. He would even care less if you were fucking killed in a drive-by. As long as you put a few quarters into that tips jar, he could fucking care less what happens to you.
And we'll have another great day. All right. Thank you all for an amazing 44th birthday. I had a great day. I hope you did too. Enjoy it.
Yes. I hope you had a great day watching a 44-year-old piece of shit sit huddled up in his little closet, streaming himself on his birthday. I hope you just had a great day.
On demand if you didn't see it. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace out, my friends. Bye-bye.
Okay, so there we... Damn, I keep forgetting about this. There it goes. Okay, so that was it. The daily propaganda is done, thankfully. Holy fucking shit. So here's what we learned. Today we learned that idiots idiots are dangerous when they gather in big groups. Look at Asmongold and his viewers, basically. Asmongold already knew what Phil was like, and he subjected his viewers to that for a second time. That really tells you not only how little Phil views his viewers, but how little Asmongold actually cares about his viewers. Fucking sad. Also, we also learned that Asmongold is a huge fucking moron for streaming kick content when Twitch is pretty anti-kick. Way to go, you fucking moron. Anyway, but back to the birthday boy. Back to good old 44-year-old con artist DSPGaming. To those who are actually getting upset that Phil got over $2,000, here, let me say it to you like this. Don't get upset. Do not get upset. You want to know why? Jeff, you're probably thinking to yourself, Jeff, you're telling us not to get, sorry about that. You're probably telling us not to get upset. Why should we not get upset, Jeff? And the answer is simple. The answer is pretty simple. Because that $2,000 or $2,000 plus that Phil made, it's already gone. If that money wasn't devoured by his alcoholism, devoured by his constant need for door dashing food, if it wasn't devoured by his gambling addiction, it's already gone to the tax man. It's already gone. The tax man already has it. If the first three don't. Phil did not put any of that money into savings. He didn't use any of that money to fix his house. He didn't use any of that money to take his wife on a vacation. Hell, he didn't use any of that money to get Jasper Kitty the damn blood work that it desperately needs. That money is fucking gone. It's gone because Phil doesn't know how to handle money. So if you're getting upset, at the fact that Phil made $2,000, you can go to bed tonight smiling to yourself with the knowledge, thinking that Jeff just told me that DSPGaming, the money didn't stay with him, and that's okay. Because Phil literally does this to himself. The money's gone, and ultimately, at the end of the day, Phil is still living in the same broken down hovel that he has for the last 5, 10, roughly 10 years, approximately. I can smile at that. I can smile because no matter how much Phil says that he's a success, he is still living in the same abusive cycle that he put himself in.